Yeah, a lot of people think as a first-time director, you know, you would focus on a subject that you really know well. And the truth is, at the time when I started, I didn't know a lot about martial arts. I mean, I didn't take karate growing up, taekwondo. You know, I was, you know, as a kid, of course, you know, we played with play swords and stuff. Obviously, that was a lot of fun. And I remember my brothers and I, we would put on shows for my grandmother. We would do stunt fighting and have lots of fun memories of that. But, you know, no real professional experience, or never was a black belt in karate or anything. But you know, I've always had an interest in movies, and what the movies, you know, I was, you know, working on a script at the time, actually, working on a screenplay that actually involved a lot of sword fighting. So the imagination of it and the fantasy of it's always been something that's been, I guess you could say, that's been a big part, rather than the practical martial arts. But getting back to the screenplay I was writing, I had to do a lot of research for this screenplay because there were quite a few battle scenes going on. So I wanted to find out about, you know, what is the historical accuracy with sword fighting. So I went online, you know, as you do, to see what kind of historical documents were out there and see who else was out there doing the research. And I met the people doing the research. I met the people right on the edge of the research, you know, people writing books and academics that were right there. And it was great to meet them and tell them about the story and tell them about my ambitions to make the film. And I got a really good response from people. It almost was like I had hit a nerve, really, you know, kind of opened a valve. This floodgate of emotion came out because people really wanted to tell their story about this, and I could sense that. And so, honestly, it kind of derailed the screenplay for a bit, and I jumped right on the opportunity to make this film about swords. Where do you start? Do you focus the story on the you know, the individual characters in the movie? You know, a lot of documentary films focus on one character, and so we struggled with that. But there were so many characters in this movie. You know, who could we focus on? You know, we talked to some great academics. You know, some great sword practitioners, and being able to work with these people, it wasn't good to focus on one person. You know, there were just so many interesting characters, and a lot of documentaries do focus on one person. It's their journey, and you do catch a glimpse of some people in the film. So we kind of took a risk and decided that we were going to make the story about the sword. You know, the sword is going to be the central character in the story, and just see what a comprehensive view of the sword would tell us, you know, when you stood back and looked at it all throughout all the ages, throughout history and throughout filmmaking. If what would be the conclusion of it, you know?
Tell me about the seeds of this project. How did the seeds initially be planted, and what did it grow into?
Ah, yes, the seeds.